All right, welcome everyone to Ask Hypnotica. Today we're going to get right into it, and it could get a little loud in the background just because my hot water heater broke last night, so I don't have any hot water. It was freezing cold, and it was making this super annoying sound all night long, just like, so I probably pissed off a lot of the neighbors, but I'm going to start off the day feeling strong, feeling right, even though I did have to take a cold shower, which is refreshing. Anyways, this question goes out actually comes in from Israel. This is Barr. Actually, I know Barr. How you doing out there, Barr? I hope you're kicking ass. She made some awesome changes in life, and 2 thumbs up to you, Barr. Anyways, here's your question. I have a question for Ask Hypnotica. And let me just tell you why people say, should I call you Eric or Hypnotica? In person, call me Eric. Hypnotica is a brand, and this is the way it happened. Way back in the day before almost the internet, basically a bunch of guys, there was this one little website, and we all used to go there and ask questions because we were in desperate need of figuring things out with women. So there wasn't a lot of us. There's probably like 5 or 6 main people. And I typed the name Hypnotica. So after years and years and years of getting better and exploring and doing all this good stuff, basically that was my pen name. And so after years, when it started to get really big and go global, it's kind of like, what do you do? It's your brand. It's what people know you by. It's what the advice you give. So when I say Ask Hypnotica, it's not because I'm looking to be a superhero. It's because it's a brand, and that's basically what it is. So that's marketing 101. Anyways, enough of that. This is probably what happens when you take cold showers. You get kind of stimulated and a little excited. But here we go. Back to the question. Hey, Eric, I have a question. Many people say charisma is the #1 attractive trait, both in sexual and non-sexual relationships. What's the secret to charisma? What would you recommend for a person who is trying to become charismatic? First of all, I think the #1 thing in the world for sexual attraction is not charisma. It is pheromones and the hormones that you excrete from your body and the frequency, the electromagnetic frequency, but that's a whole different subject that I can get into a little bit later. However, charisma absolutely 100% is a extremely important factor in the whole equation. And one of the reasons is because charismatic people are bigger than life. They bring energy, they bring excitement, they bring new ideas, they bring energy. And all that is attractive to people because people want to be around other people that feel good, that are attractive, that live on their own terms, that basically carve their way. So how do you develop charisma? I believe you develop your charisma through going through the crap. And what I mean by that is you got to be bold. You got to put yourself out there. You got to be vulnerable. They always say the leader is the one that has arrows in his back. And trust me, I know that's true. I've been backstabbed a lot. In fact, I feel like a Ninja Turtle. That's how many times I've been backstabbed. But it's okay because you know what? When your cup floweth over, you have that. You build that. You develop it. Charisma is developed. And by putting yourself in what I called earlier, like going through the jungle, there's paths that are done. And those are the paths that most people take. And a lot of them, you can go down the path and you can excel on any path at any point in time if you put in the extra effort. However, when you say, and you look over and you go, I want to go that way, and all there are is vines and jungle, you're going to develop charisma because you got to take out that machete and you got to develop and cut through your own place that you're going to forge, that you're going to explore. Doing that, you get your ass handed to you a lot. You get your ass kicked. You get put in weird situations. Sometimes you can get a lot of pressure on you. You can get your ass beat, basically. I mean, beat down by life. But what happens is the human body and the human spirit is absolutely amazing. It's so not only resilient, it's an amazing piece of work, and so is your spirit. And so when you go through those situations like that, it's like pressure. It's like a pressure building, and that's how diamonds are developed. If you're not in a situation like that, you don't really get to know who you are. When you get to know who you are, you get to define yourself even better and better and better and better. But you don't get there if you don't go the extra mile. You don't get there if you don't really reach out and try to be better. Actually, I shouldn't say try. Just be better. And what you also wrote down here is, what would you recommend for a person who's trying to become charismatic? Don't try to become charismatic. Become a kick-ass person in life who has a vision, who goes the extra mile, who goes above and beyond what most people do. Because in that realm, there's information. There's feedback, there's all these wonderful things that is going to set you apart from other people. And when you get set apart from other people, it doesn't mean that you're better than them. It just means that you understand the deeper dynamics of not only psychology, but of getting things done and being productive and speaking out and noticing that you can do and make a result anywhere in life if you choose to do that. Is it harder? Absolutely. Is it worth it? Absolutely, 100%. So when you're trying to develop your charisma, don't think of it that way. Think of it like you just want to kick ass and leave an impact and an imprint on this planet that's going to go way beyond anyone else around you. You have to become the icon. You have to become the person who says, you know what? If it's up to me, it's going to be. And that's a very, very, very powerful thing to say. You've got to take 100% responsibility and understand that you can develop these skills. Charisma. Let's just say you're not quick thinking on your feet. Well, there's lots of things you can do. Go to an improv class. Learn about how to conversate better. There's all kinds of different things. There's mind lines. There's sleight of mouth. These are language patterns that I suggest everyone look into, because that when you learn how to use 23 or 24 different patterns to talk with people and communicate and to understand them deeper, you become more fascinating. See, charisma actually goes into a different realm, and that is of being interesting. And I think that you become interesting by self-study or study, whichever, however you study, okay? But educate yourself. Educate yourself on all kinds of things. All the time, if you notice, I do a lot of things. And it's because I want to stimulate my mind to think differently. You know, you just saw me doing a distillation process with rosemary to get essential oils. You'll see me gardening. You'll see me out there building things. You'll see me carving. You'll see me doing hypnosis. You'll see me speaking on stage. These are things that you can bring to the bigger picture or bring to people around you. And charisma is more about really leading. It's about being present. It's about being happy to be alive. And when you stop and you really think about this, and I say it a lot, and you're going to hear me say it over and over and over, you are here because your relatives and the people of your past basically gave their life for you. Okay, your grandparents and your grandparents, okay, they all evolved through life and to pass on their salt, knowledge, their seed, their energy, their life force, basically to you. So what are you going to do with it? Okay, you're going to sit back and just be like, hey, I'm going to be like everyone else, or are you going to stop and really take the time to know who you are and what you want? Write it down. You're going to always hear me say, write it down. Write down what you want. And I tell guys at the seminars, you'll hear me say it a lot. I'm just amazed that people will flip through, like, say, Netflix or something like this, looking for a movie. And they spend more time doing that than they do actually thinking about what it is they want. But if you think about what it is you want, you have to believe in yourself enough that you can create it. And you can absolutely create whatever you want for the most part. If you, A, believe, 2, work your ass off to get it, 3, become incredibly resilient, and 4, surround yourself with good people. When you do that, your energy is going to come up, your charisma is going to do that, and other than that, that's attractive to people because you're going out there. It's a proactive way of living. It's a you love people way of living. It's an awesome way to live. So I hope that gave you a couple seeds right there. That's me planting them in your head as you think about them tonight when you dream. And as you dream, you don't have to remember the dreams at all. You can just wake up feeling fantastic in every way, or you can resist this thought until it automatically germinates in your mind to the point where you just go, fuck yeah, Hypnotica, kick ass. Hypnotica, out.